Hello, everyone. I'm Jill Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access Television, inviting you to this opportunity to learn a little bit about the upcoming City Council races. You just saw the logo when we started was for the Missoula County Elections Office. This is going to be a mail-in ballot, and the ballots will be mailed out October 16th. So, if you don't receive a ballot in the mail, please contact Missoula County Elections Office and figure out how you can participate in your local elections. And traditionally, these midterm elections are not very super participatory, so please think about voting. And to help you think about voting, we have in the studio Amber Shaffer. Welcome, and thank you so much for coming.
Thanks so much for having me.
You know it. So you are a candidate for City Council Ward 1, and I've invited the candidates to come and respond in our intimate setting here at MCAT. So it's not, I know you participated in other candidate forums, and this one, it's your chance to present yourself. So everyone was asked the same questions via email with the invite. So here's your first one. What has inspired you to seek office?
There were a lot of different things that inspired me to run. I think one of the biggest ones was just paying more attention over the last, as I've gotten older, had kids, I think I started paying attention more to local politics. I grew up in a pretty political home. My grandmother was on City Council in the late 80s, early 90s. And
Donna.
So, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was just really, politics were something we always talked about at the dinner table and at holidays and all those things. So I grew up, the Ward 1 is on the north side where I grew up. All of downtown, the Rattlesnake, and Canyon River Golf Course. So I think I just started seeing different issues come up, and really growing up, my grandma was a big inspiration, definitely. Also my Aunt Nancy. And a couple of years ago, we lost both of them. They passed away in the same year. And so I think in the past few years, I've really been looking for an opportunity to kind of make an impact and, leave a better Missoula than the way, that I found it.
Okay. And how have you campaigned?
So I started off, I think, probably just making announcements, going to different groups, putting up signage, and then participating in a couple forums. And then over the last few weeks, a month or so maybe, really hitting the doors has been the biggest thing that I've been doing for my campaign. And that has been really actually exciting. I was terrified to do it.
Yeah.
Going into the whole thing, that was definitely the biggest thing that I was nervous about. So everyone has been really nice at the doors, and a couple people here and there, have very strong opinions here or there, but for the most part, it's just like Missoula. Everyone's really friendly. They might have a question here or two. And if they're really passionate about something, I was really surprised at how willing they were to share their stories with me, which kind of just made it more easy to talk with them and relate to them.
And that's like segue. What did you learn while you were campaigning?
That a lot of people were very concerned about property taxes, that they're trying to stay in their homes as long as they can and don't want to move away, want to stay there. And up the Rattlesnake, definitely the urban deer population is a big concern. And other than that, kind of just crime, school, basics of running a city.
Yeah. Okay, question 3. What is the biggest challenge of all things, for instance, you mentioned that you want to help Missoulians overcome?
I think the biggest one is going to be housing. So, and that's such a broad term, I know, but it covers a lot of different things that people have concerns about. So making more affordable housing. We have that really great report that, the 95-page document that we have to base off going from here. So I think the biggest challenge that we have from here forward is starting to just implement those things. The sooner that we can start implementing them, kind of tweaking them to work for our community is really one of the biggest things that we can do to help people get into homes, be able to stay here, and maybe address some of those other questions about infrastructure and stuff so that other people can stay in their homes.
Excellent. What are some of the great opportunities City Council can help realize?
That is another loaded question. I was trying to think of how to narrow this and the last one down. But I think the easiest answer for me is to just bring it down really to the basics and informing the public more on the issues that we're voting on or talking about each week. we have this great tool of social media to really put out there what we want to share with our constituents, and for us to have the dialogue back and forth fairly easy. And so I think that even though that's posted on the website, there's a lot of information out there. So I think helping narrow it down, making it as clear as possible for the residents of Missoula, and just being up to date on all of that information.
And you get closing remarks of your choice. And how much time, Neil, is left? 5 minutes, 42 seconds. You could go for 3 if you want. Okay.
Okay, for my closing remarks?
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's helped my campaign. There's been so many people that have helped place signs, they've donated to my campaign, they've offered to host events, and I've just been really appreciative of all of that, because going into this, it's kind of overwhelming. It's a lot of information you have to learn, a lot of different forms you have to find out about. Those nice ladies in Helena at the Office of Political Practices are so helpful and nice. It's been really great. And then also, I just want to, again, as you mentioned earlier, just getting people to the polls. I've had a great feedback at the doors. People seem to like what I have to say, like my message. And so I just hope that they make it to the polls. And I'm open to talk with anybody anytime, via phone calls, email, whatever is easiest for people, and really help answer any questions that they might have, because I think that one-to-one connection has really been the most impactful on me while campaigning. And so I want to return that favor to everybody that lives in my ward.
Great. Well, Amber, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yes, thank you. This was really great.
Oh, good. And thank you, dear viewer, for taking the time to learn about some of the issues that city council candidates are dealing with. Once again, the election, November 5th, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Boom, then it's over. You're to get a mail-in ballot if you live in the city of Missoula. Amber Shaffer is wanting to represent Ward 1. You can find out what ward you're in. You can find out if you didn't get a mail-in ballot, how you can get a ballot before November 5th. I'm going to ask Neil to show you that website. It's Missoula County website for the election office. And it has ballots for the general election announced there, October 16th. So if you don't get a ballot in the mail by October 20th, please contact Missoula County Elections Office. Please participate in this year's election. For MCAT, I'm Joel Baird. Thanks for watching.